There is a specific moment most women recognize, standing in front of a wardrobe of clothes that cost real money, staring at an outfit that still manages to look slightly off. The fabric is fine, the fit is reasonable, but something reads wrong, and she cannot name what. What she is actually seeing, without knowing it, is the hardware. Expensive clothes and inexpensive ones are often built from the same patterns, the same silhouettes, sometimes the same mills. What separates a $40 blazer from a $400 one, when both hang side by side, is not the material. It is the detail a real designer spends disproportionate money on, and a fast fashion factory cuts first. It is the button. This is not a styling tip. It is how the human eye actually works. When the eye scans a garment, it moves toward transition points, places where texture changes, where material meets material, where fabric ends and hardware begins. The button is that transition. It is one of the first places the eye lands without the brain registering why, and a cheap button, even on a beautiful blouse, sends a signal the whole outfit cannot override. A card of 6 pearl buttons at most craft stores costs under $2. Tortoise-shell resin buttons, the same. Dark horn effect buttons, the same. The fix costs less than a cup of coffee. But knowing which pieces to start with, which button to choose, and why certain replacements work while others make things worse, that is the part most women were never told. The blazer is where to begin. Not because it is the most important garment, but because it carries the most buttons in the most visible position, front center, at eye level, directly in the line of sight before anything else registers. The buttons on an inexpensive blazer are almost always thin plastic, slightly shiny in the wrong way, and light, so they do not sit flat the way a heavier button does. Replace them with resin or horn buttons in a shade slightly darker than the blazer itself, and the entire garment reads as intentional. The weight matters. A heavier button lies flat. It does not shift. The eye reads stillness as quality, even when it does not know it is doing so. After 60, the blouse deserves the same attention, and the specific place where cheap shows on a blouse is the collar button, the top one, often left undone, visible at the throat. If that button is thin plastic, it catches light in a way that reads inexpensive even when the blouse is not. A single pearl resin button costs roughly 30 cents. One replacement at the collar changes how the entire blouse reads from across a room. Coco Chanel understood this before she could articulate it. That a single point of refinement in exactly the right position elevates everything around it, whether or not the rest of the garment has earned that elevation. What makes this fix particularly powerful after 60 has to do with how the eye reads contrast. Younger skin can carry cheaper hardware because the face is the dominant visual point. After 60, when the face carries its own quiet authority, the eye begins reading the garment more carefully, looking for supporting signals. A beautiful button at the throat is one of those signals. It tells the eye that the rest was chosen with equal care. The cardigan is the most overlooked application, and possibly the most transformative. Cardigans read as casual or considered depending almost entirely on button weight, not button style. A thin, flat plastic button makes any cardigan feel like a layer pulled on for warmth. A slightly heavier resin button in warm ivory or deep amber makes the same cardigan feel like a deliberate piece, something that belongs in the outfit rather than on top of it. This is the gap I built. The Elegant Woman 50+ protocol to clothes. I kept watching women understand exactly where their clothing was losing the signal and still not know how to apply the same thinking to how they moved through a room, received someone, set a table. Clothing is one layer. The protocol maps 11 more in the exact sequence that takes each one from deliberate to automatic. That is, the refinement stack, and the link is below. But the same principle lives somewhere most women would never think to look. The shoes are where the cheap signal migrates when the rest of the outfit is handled. This is the pattern most women miss because they solve each problem separately: the blazer, the blouse, without seeing that the eye is always searching for the weakest signal. It will find the lowest quality detail in an outfit and use it to reread everything else. The shoes, particularly around the sole and the heel, are where inexpensive materials show most clearly after real wearing. A heel tip worn down to the metal pin underneath. A sole beginning to separate at the toe. These details live below eye level, which is why most women never address them. But when a woman walks, and a woman who walks with ease commands a room, the shoes are in constant motion, and the eye catches motion before it catches anything else. This is not an argument for buying better shoes. A cobbler will replace the heel tip on almost any shoe for $3 to $4. A heel that meets the floor cleanly, that falls evenly, that makes no uneven click. That is what reads as expensive in a shoe. Not the brand, not the leather. The meeting of the heel with the floor. The handbag follows the same logic. The zipper pull is the button of a handbag, the transition point where the eye lands first and reads quality or its absence. A pull that has lost its finish, one that rattles slightly, one that bends under light pressure. These register before the bag itself does. A small lobster clasp from the jewelry finding section of any craft store costs under $1. It attaches to the existing pull loop. It adds weight, adds finish, and changes how the bag reads on the shoulder without changing the bag. Pilling is the detail that cheapens a garment without announcing itself. It does not look like damage, it looks like age, and the eye reads those differently. Pilling concentrates in the places of most friction: the underarm, the inside of the sleeve near the cuff, the fabric where a bag strap crosses the chest. These are motion points, and motion is where the eye returns. A fabric shaver from any dollar store costs under $2. 5 minutes before wearing anything that has seen more than a season removes every pill, every matted fiber, and returns the fabric to reading as new. The women who always appear composed are not wearing newer clothes. They are wearing maintained ones. And at this level, maintenance is indistinguishable from quality. The entire outfit is a sequence of decisions. The button is a decision. The heel is a decision. The zipper pull is a decision. And the sum of those decisions, made at the transition points, in the exact places where the eye always travels, is what a room reads as expensive. It was never about the price. It was always about the attention paid to where the eye was already going. If you want to take this same logic through every layer of how you present yourself, not just the clothing, but how you move through a room, receive a guest, hold a conversation, and set a table, that is what I built the Elegant Woman 50+ protocol for. I put it together after watching too many women understand the principles clearly and still have no path to making them automatic. Because knowing what elegance looks like and knowing how to build it into an ordinary Tuesday are entirely different skills. The protocol works through the refinement stack over 30 days, the sequence that takes each layer from something you think about into something you simply are. There is a section on dressing with intention for your specific coloring and shape after 60. A section on moving through a room and holding a conversation so that people remember you without being able to say exactly why. A module on the table and the meal. 2 of the quietest signals of cultivation that exist, and 2 of the most consistently overlooked. It costs something because building it to that level of specificity took real time. The link is below.